Hey, real estaters, you can stream every episode of The Industrialist on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Prime members can enjoy ad-free listening on Amazon Music. Well, we're back.
It's been a minute.
Did you miss us?
I think they missed us.
I think they did.
I had a lot of people asking me, "Where are you?"
I think you had someone ask. No, Rob Franks goes, "Hey, I got a buddy that listens to this. You don't know him, but he asked if you were okay." I was like, "Yeah." So we made an attempt to change the scheduling of this show when we recorded it because we were doing it on Mondays and Mondays suck. And then we switched it and we just always found something to replace doing this. So
Yeah, Bella has some data that she releasing on Friday is probably better.
yeah.
And then to accommodate the schedule, we all thought recording midday Thursday would be good.
Yeah.
Psych.
Everybody always had a conflict. Honestly, Jeff is the one that was probably more consistent to be here than either you or I.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Are we doing this?" I'm like,
Nope.
So, anyways, it's Tuesday morning, early, so we're doing it here today and see how this works.
Yeah.
So, announcements. I don't really have any announcements. Do you got any announcements?
We have vacancies that we can go over. Parkside.
Parkside, we're going to have 15,000 feet coming back, 3 bays, and we have a 5,000 footer right now.
Yep.
Shout out to Mercer Company and Caleb Horton for getting that thing backfilled. So those are our real vacancies.
And then we have the ability to fill up to 30,000 feet in Louisville.
Yes.
We've been having some hits up there. We have tenants right now, but they're on a month-to-month deal. We can accommodate you from 10 to 30-ish thousand feet. So bring us a user to either buy or lease the balance, or we can chop it up. So
Yep.
Space up there.
Okay, let's go over the indices. The Dow's been kind of ripping the past couple days. It's up, but probably last time we talked, it's down. It went to 50,000 and then came down. It's sitting at like about 46,669 right now. So it's had 3 or 4 up days on it. So, yeah, it's closed higher. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days in a row, 6 trading days in a row. It's closed up higher. We'll get to S&P and NASDAQ next week. So we're behind on stats because we haven't been keeping up with this.
Yeah.
But the big thing that's really interesting and really driving a lot of things right now is oil pricing.
Yeah.
Oil's at 115 a barrel.
It's breaking.
That's not good. I mean, I filled up the other day and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. It was funny. I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday and I'm like, dude, gas is so expensive. And like, I drive a Toyota. Like, those things are supposed to be cheap. It was $65 to fill up the Highlander.
I was north of 100.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Emily's Yukon. That's probably same gas tank as yours.
It's funny. My son, he totaled his truck. By the way, I'll give you some quick advice. Those big cattle guards on the front of trucks, they suck.
Okay.
That's what totaled his truck.
Oh.
He rear-ended someone at 9 miles an hour, and it bent the frame.
Oh, geez.
But when we had to look at getting him a new truck, he got fixated on, like, hey, get me a diesel. I'm like, you drive to high school. Like, no need for a diesel. Although that would be very in line and prosper. There's a lot of guys that drive F-250s that commute to work.
Crazy. I didn't know he totaled his truck.
And so he was like, I'll help pay for the gas. And I'm like, dude, you be getting your lunch ate right now.
Yeah.
You're getting crushed on diesel's $5 a gallon.
Yeah. It's really expensive.
You better have a real need for that or just be rich. But $115 a barrel is very problematic, not for people in West Texas, but
So is the West Texas Mafia just printing cash right now?
I have to be, right?
I mean, I think for the majority of the show, we've been tracking it in oils.
$70.
Yeah, that's probably
74, 68,
yeah.
72, 69, $70.
Yeah, the historical average over the last 2-3 years is probably about 70.
Well, imagine the rental market going up, what, 30, 40%, and you get to take advantage of it immediately.
It's so hot.
Now, it goes the other way, too.
It does. It's so not hot.
So, but that's what they're doing. But, I mean, the pressure that rising oil prices is going to put on everything is tough. I mean, you know, we were hoping for interest rate resets. Well, they might go the other direction with stuff like this going on.
Yeah, I mean, from September through March, it never got above, I'm looking at the 5-year treasury. It never got above 3.8.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then beginning of March, it plummeted to 3.5, which is the lowest in 6 months.
Yep.
I don't know why. And then it's been the highest in 6 months.
And then, yep, we're ripping. So, yeah, your debt has expanded 50 basis points on the 5-year.
Them spreads ain't coming in at all.
It's going to put some pressure on it. So anyways, I don't know. It's going to make things tougher, and it's just going to make things tougher. That's about all I can say.
Yeah.
The national debt.
Where are we at with that now?
We're at $39 trillion. Is that trillion? Yeah, it has to be trillion. It wouldn't be billion. We could pay that off like next week, right? 39 trillion. Way to go, Trump. You're really shaving that off. Tariff revenue is $355 billion. So I guess that's a little helpful, but all in all, no more Doge.
That's like that's probably a quarter of our interest payments this year.
Yeah, what's the interest payment on $39 trillion?
Whatever the blended averages of a 2-year bond, a 5-year bond, a 10-year bond, all the bonds we issue, like, I don't know. It's a lot. Well, think about it now, if you're issuing debt, 5-year debt to pay, you're taking it out at 4%.
Yeah. Very interesting. So, I don't know how much it went up last week, but I mean, I'm going to be very curious to see what it goes up next week because, I mean, the war machine's going.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's going hard. Hey, at $39 trillion at 4%, our interest payments are $1.5 trillion a year. That's $130 billion a month.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Well,
is the federal government like 100% like loan to value program here? We just load that interest reserve up. We just keep loading it up.
I think it's more. Well, if you look at this debt clock, what's kind of cool is you can go to the world debt clocks. This is interesting. We are the most in debt nation by a mile, but we're at 39 trillion. But you know who's right behind us at 21 trillion?
The UK?
China. And then Germany's at 3 trillion. Wait, then they got this out of order. Japan's at 11 trillion. It's interesting. If US and China are at this kind of debt levels, does that just make it all fake?
Yeah.
It's not even real.
Because it's who's the third largest economy right now? I mean, it can't be Russia anymore. We've just smoked those guys.
You want to go off of GDP?
Sure.
So the U.S. GDP is 31 trillion. China's GDP is 19 trillion. Let's see. The next closest GDP is going to be Japan. Oh, Germany. The Germans. So, I don't know. Maybe it's all just made up. I wish they could make up my tax bill.
Yeah,
What if you could borrow your tax bill at Treasury rates? Say, hey, I'll just not pay this, and I'll pay Treasury rates on it because it's not Treasury rates. The penalties and interest is
it's like 8%, isn't it? 9%.
Today's a pretty interesting day for the markets because they're kind of on edge because of Trump's unbelievable tweet on Sunday.
What was that? I haven't been paying attention.
You didn't see this?
Nah.
Oh, dog. I'm going to read this.
I've been kind of living in a hole.
Yeah. I don't blame you. You should.
I'm just worried about my kids.
Mm-hmm. It's probably wise. Let's see.
Damn, is inflation ripping right now? Because then, hold on.
It has to be.
Because breaking used car prices rise to highest point since summer of 2023.
Well, oil's at $115 a barrel. Everything goes up in price.
Yeah, this is kind of nuts.
So, well, here, let's
So what did Donnie J say?
Well, here's a new one he just said. Let's start with that. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary and wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long, complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless great people of Iran. Okay, so here's what he said. So this is what he posted on Easter. Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump.
Oh, my Lord. Dog. Who? Someone take that man's iPhone 17 away.
He fired Pam Bondi, too.
I saw. I don't really have an opinion on that.
I don't either, but he just fires everybody within 18 months. I think that's like just probably the definition of a true narcissist.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that was probably the most narcissistic person I've ever met, and like his relationships never lasted more than 12 to 24 months. And then it was like everyone's the best, and then all of a sudden they're the worst. And that was this guy. That's this guy. Sorry, I'm out on this guy.
No, it's been.
If people love him out there still, God bless you. I like the way he negotiates, but like, I don't think I think we're going to be in a worse place than we were when he started. That's mine. But hey, got to see the whole body of work. He's got 3 more years to go.
Yeah.
So,
my only disagreement with that is the prior guy was pretty much a zombie.
Oh, he was worthless too. I think I've just come to the realization that all these people are bought and sold.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it's a.
And until the American people, civilians, can unionize and just say we're not going to pay our taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the whole TSA bullshit.
Wild.
Like you're not going to pay those people.
Yeah, I don't know what the contingencies were on it, but it was pretty incredible.
I just don't know why they're people trying to make a living or subject to. I don't know.
It's pretty crazy, and I still don't think we have a really good reason on why we're in the war that we're in. So, but
I have a friend who's big Trump supporter, and we start talking about this, and our children are the same age, and he's like, "It had to be done." I go, "So you sending your kid over there for that?"
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't get the sense that he was that into it. I was like, "'Cause I sure ain't."
Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, well, I don't know what the draft cutoff is. I think it's like 36. So everybody in this office except you and
Me.
Devin go. Like you're up. It's like why are we doing this? Like I'm not down.
Yeah.
So the only if you look at like the geopolitical component of it, we've worn Russia out pretty hard via Ukraine, so you just got to worry about China. But like, dude, they got bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. They're down.
I think if you just go listen to, you got to think how like poetic the song "War Pigs" is by Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it in a long time.
It just defines all of this.
My laptop died, but
it's 8 a.m.
The battery's toast. It's had a lot of real estate on in the last 4 years, so it's crispy. But yeah, I think it just and then you look at the micro level of like how long do things last per se.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Rich. Rental rates can only go up so far. We're seeing that in iOS. It's funny. I had a conversation yesterday with the tenant rep broker out of Jersey. He called because he was like, "Hey, the whole Jersey thing, blah blah blah." He's like, "Do you guys have any inventory right now? I have a requirement for a client out of the East Coast wants to expand into Dallas." So we just kind of, we don't have any iOS vacancy right now, which is good.
Yeah,
like that we're in a
I'll take
spot.
it.
Yeah. But it's funny. He made a comment that he felt like leasing prices peaked in 21, 22 there. I don't. Now he's got an agency leasing opportunity for one of the big four. They're now spreadsheet swapping.
Yeah.
In this space. So where he's taking something out, and the 5-year lease was done in 21, and the quoted rate's probably going to be about like 10 to 15% less than what the expiring.
Less. Okay,
than what the expiring rate was at.
Interesting.
That's one data point. First time I've heard it though.
Dude. Every industrial broker is an iOS broker right now.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, God, I wish I would have leaned in more 10 years ago.
It's Miller time, baby. It is Miller time.
Chase, I was talking to him yesterday. he goes, I got to sell you something. I was like, Chase, shut up.
It's Miller time.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We know who you're selling to.
Yeah.
Let's just
let's just hang out.
Go to dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember being on his couch like in 21 or 22. I can't remember. I was over there. It was me, him, Logan. We were up to like 2 a.m. one night. And he's so intense from 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m. But if you go to dinner and you just like chill out, he's a total goofball.
Yeah.
Like he's like the most normal ass guy. Like the guard's down. He's not. He's it's a ton of fun to be around. But yeah, it's Miller time. But no, everybody's an iOS guy now.
Chase Miller is outproducing most brokerages.
Correct.
As an individual.
Correct.
And it's not like he's got a team. It's him and Anna.
Which I thought he had a leasing associate.
I
don't
think
know.
he dumped all that. I think he's like,
Really?
no leasing. Why lease when I can just sell 100 buildings a year?
Excuse me, 131 as of this morning.
Oh,
NAI
he
Robert
sold
Lynn.
another one. Did he
Yeah.
sell another one
They
today?
they forgot the little one just on the side.
Yeah.
What do you think about all the iOS chatter? What's the Jeremy Mercer? There's the street sees you wavering on the bullishness of the asset class.
Well, I mean, everybody's an expert now, right? Everyone's an iOS expert all of a sudden. The fundamental breaking of iOS is going to be the fact that it was great in the past because no one marketed it for lease. You couldn't find it. Brokers wouldn't touch it. They all wanted the distribution buildings in Dallas. But now everyone is an iOS specialist. I mean, like someone put a post up the other day, just leased Class A iOS. Like, what the fuck is that?
Mm.
What is Class A iOS? No one has definitions. They just have LinkedIn garbage. And so no one can price there's no true pricing matrix, right? There's no real true pricing model. And it's everybody's an iOS broker. Tenants have options now.
Yes.
So like
Yes.
in the past, I was like done in a week on leasing on these things. Now it's like you're underwriting 12 months because they all have options.
They have options.
Yeah.
The options that are out there, I think the downtime gets expanded because the quality of the assets are less than what we think. And when I mean by quality assets, I mean the construction quality of the yard.
You mean Class A?
Yeah. When I think of Class A for the iOS, it better be probably somewhere between 5 to 7 years old of a building.
Can it be metal? Can Class A be metal?
I'm going to say yes. I think people would say no, but I think you do need to draw a line. Like in terms of like Class A, I think of the Ford's trucking building that sold.
That's Class A.
That's Class A. I would say that's Class A. That should probably be the standard. You got a 20,000 square foot tilt wall, drive through, 53-foot deep building that you can pull a trailer all the way in, service it, or a cab. You have plenty of space in there. You can turn around. It's mostly concrete. That's Class A in a premier location. That's Class A. Our old Denton building, people would probably call that Class A.
But it's metal with a rock yard.
So is it Class A? I don't know. Someone's got to chew it up. But the thing is these buildings are not, and they take longer to improve once we touch them. I mean, how many buildings have we bought or that you've interacted over your career where the user or tenant's been in there for longer than a decade or two? Most of them. Right?
Yeah.
And like you always say this, I don't know if our CapEx is big enough, guys. These people are going to move out, and this thing's going to be all fucked up.
Man, when they move out of these buildings, too, it's like the building god put his hands around the building and shook the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Water comes in everywhere all of a sudden. Like, where you never had a call from the tenant ever, and then your new tenant goes in there, and it's a fucking shit show.
Yeah. And, we're talking about, for us, Class A properties that we own. So I think the downtime is a real thing, and the improvements are a real line item. These yards, they're damn. You better have a grading specialist out there.
Yeah, it ain't just slap some rock on it because next thing you know, your building's flooded.
Yeah, and you got 6 inches of debris piled up against the door.
Yeah,
it's all just water piling up against it. We haven't had something that severe, but it's been.
I mean, we had a $30,000 issue the other day.
Yeah,
I mean, we had owned a building for 2 years, never had one issue with water coming in the building. It rains and destroys 30,000. Comes in the side of the building and destroys 30,000 of brand new finish out.
Yeah, no, it's
brand new.
just leaked. But it's wild. The prior tenant was in there for 25 years.
Never said one thing about it.
And we got worse rain last spring.
Yes.
During our ownership.
Yeah. Never got a leak call?
No.
We had like 20 leaks the other day.
It's crazy.
Hmm.
So I think just being mindful of those things is a challenge.
I think the other interesting point is going to be the institutional capital is trying to get into this, and it's not an efficient market for that.
Explain a little bit more.
The deals are $3 to $5 million. On the most part.
Yeah, no.
The fairway deal.
The fairway deal. 10 on 3, 12 on 4, 12 on 2. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're paying $3 million an acre, which no one's doing right now.
Well, I mean, so think about it this way. Think about it in dock high distribution building terms, right? Let's say you wanted to buy a good 100,000-foot building, right? If you're buying distribution, 100,000 is probably like a good fairway size deal.
Yeah.
You're talking about a $10 million deal plus.
I think if it's $10 million, we're trying to get our fingers on it.
And then you go all the way up to a 1 million square footer, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think these buildings that are like 10 plus acres with the site, those are like 1 million square foot DC.
Correct.
Not a lot of tenants for them. They sit for a while. Now, when they lease long term, but
and credit's usually incredible.
Credit's usually pretty good, but the other flip side of that is you're going to have people that are just going to buy their buildings and like that. They're like, hey, I'm not going to pay these rates. We're just going to buy it. You've talked to some national building supply companies that are like, we're just going to buy these things going forward. We're not going to deal with these landlords on this bullshit.
Yeah.
And in those situations, they can afford them. Whereas not everybody can afford a 1 million square foot DC. At that price point, hang on, my fucking email. Golly, I'm just gonna get pissed. Let me shut this shit down. Building breaking after building breaking after building breaking.
Nice.
Oh, I mean, that's welcome to value add. If people can afford a site on 10 acres plus, companies can afford that. Most companies can't make a sense of 1 million square foot DC.
No.
It makes more sense to dump the money into your business at that point, at least.
And you see that a lot, even with the guys who can't afford it.
Yeah, they don't. So
generally, unless you're ICE.
I guess ICE is over with too.
Is it?
I mean, we're not deporting people anymore.
Oh.
Is there a deportation clock?
I don't know.
I think he gave up on everything when Israel told him to go to Iran because you're in the Epstein files. I don't want to keep harping on this.
Trigger. It's the iOS space is very interesting right now. I mean, we looked at a deal this week, and outside of some of the things, the contingency things that give us pause, some of the requirements that you need to come to the market to hit your business plan, some of those people don't come out to play unless it's once every 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Or to your point, they've bought and now the site doesn't work anymore. So it's an interesting thing to kind of, I don't know, wait for. Is 2 years enough for something that's a mega site? And what I mean by mega site, we're talking 15 plus acres.
Yeah. Is 2 years enough?
Where the competing options are not just your sub-market. I mean, you look total market, 50-mile radius.
Yeah.
You better grow that bitch because they're going to look everywhere.
That's my same point to 1 million square footer. Yeah. Like if you need 1 million square feet, you'll kind of look anywhere, right? Correct. Like what does it
North
really
Fort
matter?
Worth to South Dallas.
Yeah, like what does it matter?
Yeah. No, it's so those people don't come out to play. Oh, the lights turned off. We're so
Are we not moving?
I guess not. You got to get you fired up on Donald Trump a little more.
There we go.
So yeah, it's interesting to just kind of see, but I don't think it appears that the rental rates in Dallas have not peaked yet.
Dallas is the hottest iOS market. I don't know. We had that group that's coming in tomorrow that wants to put money into iOS. They're like, "Where do you see value?" I'm like, I see value in just buying lease stuff right now.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know that unless you're just buying it at such a discount.
The challenge though is with that is lease stuff. It becomes a pure cost of capital, right?
It's cost capital.
It's just a total cost of capital play. And the biggest player I think still in our space is Altera.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to watch them do what they do. Like they're under contract on a deal that's adjacent to one of ours that every time all of us drive, we're like, oh yeah, that's so sick. Could never buy. The cap, I'll tell you offline what the cap rate is.
Yeah.
Eye-watering.
Yeah.
Eye-watering. 15 years left on the lease, apparently.
Well, the challenge I think we have in iOS now is that we're just the size of us. We're too small. So when we go head to head with Altera on a deal, it's you and I and Dylan who are putting our own actual money into the deal.
Yeah.
And then me who's signing a personal guarantee on the debt. Competing with some acquisitions guy that won't be there in 2 years and will try to go start his own shop.
Yeah, and they have a machine behind them, and it's the three of us managing the buildings.
Yeah, yeah. It's
on top of the other 38 that we have on or 40. I mean, if you include Seagoville, it's 70.
Yeah, it's So that's what all these individuals getting into this space now. That's what you're competing with. You're competing with a deal guy at Altera who has $1 billion of discretionary capital and absolutely zero skin in the game.
Yeah, it just carried interest on the back when it sells. Which, no knock. It is
what it is what it is. I'm just saying there was never that competing option.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that existed in the distribution game for decades.
Yep.
For decades.
So, anyways, I'm not down. I mean, the best deal I feel like we're looking at right now is an iOS deal, and I'm fired up about it.
Yeah, but you and I had a conversation yesterday. It's just like finding edge. I think we're not going to really share what we think our edge is right now on anything, but like, I think we that deal specifically, like that's the edge.
That's edge, right?
That's edge. That was deep edge.
Yeah.
Nitpicking. Okay, open up the treasure box. Bam.
There it is.
There it is.
We
got to look at it. Here it is.
When I sent it to our presumed capital provider, it was like, yes, this is very interesting.
Yeah. No, it is. So. But it's just time. So, but that's to your point. I don't know if a bigger group would dig in as hard into those details or the follow-up to get there. So it's just it's just a different edge.
Yeah.
So, but we do have IC here in a moment. But
well, didn't you have a trucking story to talk about?
Which I think we need to it really impacts iOS.
Yeah.
A lot of these fleet maintenance buildings are wet dreams on paper. Right? We're like, oh, dude, 12,000 feet drive through, you turn around yards. Like, so the diesel pricing, truckers cut. This is from the Wall Street Journal Logistics Report this morning. What's today's date? Tuesday, April 7th. Truckers are parking vehicles and driving fewer miles as skyrocketing diesel prices push up operating costs. The Wall Street Journal Logistics Reports, Liz Young writes in a Dow Jones Risk Journal. And this is small, so I'm probably read the whole thing. About 18% of over 540 trucking companies surveyed last month by DAT Freight and Analytics said they had parked trucks due to the surge in fuel prices because of the Iran war. About 45% said they were driving fewer miles, while 44% said they were avoiding particularly heavy loads that eat up fuel. Diesel prices have risen sharply since the start of the Iran war. On-highway diesel fuel prices climbed to $5.40 as of March 30th, up 39% from the beginning of March, up 50% higher than a year earlier. Large carriers that have contracts with shippers, and so like here's where it gets nuanced, which I think you know this and you understand this because you've been in the business a long time, but speaking to like everybody being in, large carriers that have contracts with shippers are able to recruit most, if not all, of the additional costs of diesel by passing fuel charges along to customers. But carriers on the spot market, where companies book last minute transportation, only recover about half the higher fuel costs in the first 3 weeks of the war, says Dean Crook, DAT's principal analyst. So, and here's a blurb from a Texas flatbed truck owner and operator. I'm having to cut into my margins to continue the work I was doing. This week, I just decided to absorb it. We're going to reevaluate next week. Well, imagine running your business week to week.
Sucks.
That's tough. That's a tough place when you're in the commodities business.
Sucks. You know, the other thing I was really thinking about the other day, and I was in Phoenix, and there's a bunch of Waymos around there. Like now, I'm interested in trucking. Like I was really started researching publicly traded trucking stocks that are really on the forefront of driverless trucks.
Yeah,
that's going to be
huge.
That'll normalize. That'll make the trucking business like interesting. Because that's the biggest challenge all trucking businesses have is drivers.
Does it make the real estate intriguing or nuanced anymore, or more calculated?
I don't know. I don't know if it really touches the real estate as much as the opco.
But where do they stop? Because that's like the whole thing with like truck parking right now. It's like
they don't stop.
No, I know.
They don't have to stop.
You don't have to. Oh, well, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
These buildings just become obsolete.
Like truck parking club. Goodbye.
Well, yeah, and you think about it, like if they're battery operated too, you're just replacing like
you're just creating
rubbers and rubber wheels and brake pads.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess if you hit a pothole hard enough.
I don't know. That's just something I was thinking about the other day. Is like the adjacent things. What is? And I was like, man, trucking at some point. Like we know we have a lot of trucking people that invest with us, and it's just like the thing that changes their facial expression the most is when you talk about their drivers. It is just like, so
IQ level's not very high.
Well, I mean, it just is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
yeah,
and the risk. Golly.
Wild.
Like, one of those guys gets hopped up on something and kills somebody, like, happens every day probably.
Yeah. I mean, not even getting hopped up, just like looking left or scratching your beard or, you just not paying attention.
Yeah.
Coming off an interstate onto a frontage road and
boom. Yep. So, well, we got to go look at real estate deals.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good week.
We'll be back next. See ya.